Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. So in today's video, we'll be checking out the latest device from Haylou. This is the Haylou RT, or also known as the Haylou LS05S. So if you're familiar with the brand, Haylou LS05 was the code name, the Haylou Solar, and that watch was actually pretty popular. So if you're familiar with the brand, this is like a new update. That's why they call it the LS05S. It is very similar to the previous Haylou Solar, but it does come with a couple of changes, which I will be explaining in this video. Right, so the Haylou RT here is retailing in Malaysia for about 160 plus ringgit, and if you're international, that price will be about US $39. So again, once more, Haylou is providing us with a very affordable smartwatch right here, so all of you guys can get into the smartwatch game. Right, so let's check out what came in the box. So naturally, I've already unboxed this and I've been using it for a couple of days now. The watch is sitting right there, but first let me show you the charger that came in the box. So this is how it looks like, the Type A to charging connector right there. Again, very similar to what was used on the previous Haylou Solar. Let's put that down for now and check out the watch itself. So here is the Haylou RT or LS05S. So on first glance, you'll notice that the design here is very different compared to the Haylou Solar. First and foremost, notice that the frame here has a little bit of changes. We do have these tiny little edges on the sides here to give it a more prominent look. Otherwise, I would say that the straps wise, it is also a fair bit thicker compared to the previous Haylou Solar as well. I did notice that the straps are not the most comfortable, but again, these are very easy to remove because it has these tiny latches at the back right here. So very easy to remove, and you can always find other straps online, or just get those straps that feels comfortable for you and just swap them out if you want that. On the sides, we still have two buttons over here. So basically, the top button here just turns the display off like that. Very easy to use. And the bottom button here is actually a shortcut key that brings you into your activities that I will be talking a little bit more later. So flipping the device to the back here, everything is still made of plastics. I mean, this is a very affordable smartwatch, so you cannot expect it to have premium materials. But what I must say is that it is really built very nicely here. No creaks, no gaps in it whatsoever. Everything looks just fine. At the front, we still get the same 1.28-inch LCD display, so it is still the same as the previous Haylou Solar, but I did notice that it could get a little bit more brighter, so that's a pretty good thing there. Otherwise, this is how the watch looks like. I think it looks pretty good here. It definitely looks a bit more solid compared to the previous one, which was very minimalist and came with like a totally round, flat surface over there. Alright, so now let me show you what's the software running and everything that you might need to know. So I've got a couple of new watch faces also on my Haylou RT right here, and if you pull down from the top, this is where you still get your quick shortcuts. So you have your do not disturb, your brightness levels, as well as your settings, very easy to use. And if you swipe towards the left or right, note that this is where you see your widgets. This is actually a loop, so just going over, it will just come back to the main screen. So the first one we have here is your total, your activity for the day. So I've walked a little bit today, so I've almost hit like 7,000 plus steps, over how many kilometers over there. And if you just swipe across, this is where you see your heart rate. So bear in mind that these widgets are actually just for viewing. You can't actually tap into it to see more information like that. See that it doesn't actually show you any more information. So it's just a quick glance at some information. It also has your sleep reading here as well, but I didn't wear it to sleep last night, so no details here in terms of the light sleep and deep sleeps. Moving on, you also get your weather. Note that you will have to sync your weather from your smartphone to the watch itself to actually have a weather reading right here. And if you just go on, this is where you have your breathing exercise, 1 or 2 minutes right there, and back to your home screen. So again, like I said, this is just a quick loop. I'm going to show it to you once more right there, and it goes back to the clock itself. Alright, so moving up like that, this brings you into your main list of applications. So you have your statistics right here, which is, like I said, your just your amount of activity that you have done for today. You have your heart rate. You also have your amount of sports, the weather, your sleep widget, and your notifications right here. Okay, this is where I think it is a bit silly because the notifications are, hidden in the menu itself. You can't actually access the notifications from just swiping on the display. Like I said, I really hope that Haylou fixes this software and let us get the notifications either by just swiping up or something else, because if you want to go back into your notifications, you will have to go all the way into the menus, scroll all the way to see which notification you want to see, and then actually click it right there. So you notice that we can see a couple of lines of text there. The fonts is not the clearest right here. It looks like, I don't know what kind of fonts they are, but yeah, this is how it looks like. It will not show emojis, obviously, on this device right here. Alright, so just going back, you also have your music controls, and this more button basically shows you your stopwatch, your countdown, find photos, and breathe tracking. Other than that, again, nothing much to talk about there. This is what you get with the watch. In terms of the activities, let me just show it to you what kind of activities are supported. There are 12 different activities supported here. Before I talk about that, just bear in mind that this watch does not come with GPS built in, so you will have to use your smartphone to actually get some, GPS locked down. So in terms of activities, we have your jogging, you have your fast walking, you have biking, climbing, spinning, yoga, indoor running. Again, if you notice that it is a bit fidgety here, right there, it's a bit hard to navigate. You also have basketball, football, and rowing. So those of you who want to skip rope, that's not actually supported right here. All right, so I think that's pretty much what you get with the Haylou LS05S. In terms of battery life, Haylou is promising up to 2 weeks of battery life with this smartwatch right here. Again, this really depends on the number of notifications that comes in, but based on my previous experience with Haylou smartwatches, I've always been able to get a decent amount of days in terms of battery life, so definitely not too worried about that. Other than that, this watch is also IP68 rated, so that means you can submerge this into like 1.5 meters of water for about 30 minutes. It's definitely splash proof and all that, so you don't have to worry about this, but yeah, maybe don't take it swimming for too long. Alright guys, so before I end my video, let me just show you the Haylou app that runs with this smartwatch right here. So they have came out with a new app, it's called the Haylou Fun. And if you go in here is where you can get a couple of settings done. You can go into the dial setting to see what kind of watch faces can be supported on the watch itself. You have a couple of new ones here, a total of 12 new watch faces here. And if you just go back here, you can also check up a few more items like your screen brightness, weather synchronization. One thing I need to note here is that there is some kind of bug with my app on my watch right here because I couldn't get the amount of steps to sync with my smartphone right here. So notice that everything here is just dashed out because for some reason it could not synchronize into my device. But yeah, I guess that should be fixed when an update comes up. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video. This is a very quick one regarding the Haylou RT or LS05S. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!